These are the Backrooms, a huge complex of levels full of monsters that try to eat you, and in this video I'll be going over the first 11 levels so that you are prepared to face the dangers if you're unfortunate enough to get in there by accident. I can assure you that you won't be alone for long. Let's start with the very first level that you land in after glitching out of the real world. Level 0 is a non-linear space resembling the backrooms of a retail outlet. Similar to its previous form, all rooms in Level 0 uniform and share superficial features such as yellowed wallpaper, damp carpet, and inconsistently placed fluorescent lighting. However, no two rooms within the level are identical. The installed lighting flickers inconsistently and hums at a constant frequency. This buzzing is notably louder and more obtrusive than ordinary fluorescent humming, and examination of the fixtures to determine the source has been inconclusive. The substance saturating the carpet cannot be consistently identified. It is not water, nor it is safe to consume. Linear space in Level 0 is altered drastically. It is possible to walk in a straight line and return to the starting point, and retracing your steps will result in a different set of rooms appearing than the ones already passed through. Due to this and the visual similarity between rooms, consistent navigation is extremely difficult. Devices such as compasses and GPS locators fail to function within the level, and radio communications are distorted and unreliable. Level 0 is entirely still and devoid of life. Despite the fact that it is the primary entrance to the backrooms, contact with other wanderers within the level has never been reported. Presumably, a great number of people have died before exiting. The most likely causes being dehydration, starvation, and psychological trauma due to sensory deprivation and isolation. However, no corpses have been reported from these hypothetical deaths. Attempting to enter Level 0 in a group will result in the separation of the group until the level is exited. Rooms with red wallpaper and dim lighting appear very rarely. These should not be approached or entered. Hallucinations are common in Level 0, the most common being humming from the lighting increasing to a deafening volume, then abruptly silencing. The appearance of doors, the appearance of stairs, acute déjà vu, human-like resembling no known language, movement in peripheral vision resembling insects crawling underneath the wallpaper, which disappear once the wall is observed directly, and finally, insect-like chattering. According to analysis, the CO2 levels within Level 0 are rising at a steady rate. The significance of this is unknown. Level 1 is a large sprawling warehouse that features concrete floors and walls, exposed rebar, and a low-hanging fog with no discernible source. The fog often coalesces into condensation, forming puddles on the floor in inconsistent areas. Unlike Level 0, this level possesses a consistent supply of water and electricity, which allows indefinite habitation by wanderers, providing that appropriate precautions are taken. It is also far more expensive, possessing staircases, elevators, isolated rooms, and hallways. Crates of supplies appear and disappear randomly within the level, often containing a mixture of vital items like food, almond water, batteries, tarps, weaponry, clothing, medical supplies, and nonsensical objects like assorted car parts, box of crayons, used syringes, partially burned paper, live mice in a catatonic state that have been injected with unknown substances, shoelaces, loose change, bundles of human hair. The crates should be approached with caution due to their contents, but are a valuable resource. In addition, crude paintings and drawings with no apparent origin or meaning appear on the walls and floors. They are known to change in appearance and disappear when not in a direct line of sight or when unlit. The light fixtures within Level 1 are prone to flicker and fail at inconsistent intervals. When this occurs, supplies are liable to vanish inexplicably, and hostile entities may appear unexpectedly. These entities rarely attack in groups and tend to avoid light and large gatherings of people, as it is advised to carry a reliable light source and sleep holding whatever items you do not wish to lose. Level 2 consists mainly of dark grey concrete maintenance tunnels stretching on for millions of miles. The walls are lined with pipes and occasionally ventilation ducts, which often contain a thick viscous black liquid. Doors can sometimes be found, but most are locked or lead to dead ends. These rooms typically house shelves with random assortments of objects, occasionally computers. In certain parts of hallways in level 2, the heat can become unbearable, reaching 43 degrees Celsius or 110 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. This is usually in areas where the machinery is the loudest, typically at the end of hallways. Level 3 is a series of dark, long, twisting hallways that work similarly to level 0. They all consist of randomly segmented rooms, which form in no particular pattern, and are extremely loud with noises of machinery. The hallways are very narrow and enclosed, some even requiring wanderers of average height and build to bend, hunch, crawl, or walk sideways through them. The walls are comprised of dusty brown bricks, usually covered in segments of copper pipes and mechanical components. The floors are made of an even dustier grey-tiled floor, whilst the ceiling is made entirely from metal. Level 3 is one of the larger levels of the Backrooms, estimated at around 350 million square miles in area, or 563 million square kilometers. This presumed size makes sightings of fellow wanderers scarce when traveling through level 3. It is recommended that you enter level 3 only if you are properly prepared to defend yourself from anything lurking in the hallways with you, as it is highly unlikely that any aid will come to you should you need it. As mentioned, level 0 and 3 share some similarities. The rooms are of similar size and layout, and the hallways of both are long and winding. However, the levels also contain some striking differences. One such example would pertain to the rooms of level 3 themselves, which sometimes contain objects inside them that help differentiate them from other rooms, something which level 0 lacks. In level 3 you can sometimes find rusty iron bars. Further tests have demonstrated that no matter what methods were attempted, bars could never be removed or opened, nor the walls around them. Such obstructions have made it impossible to traverse certain portions of level 3, so the level cannot be fully mapped at present. Level 3 shares many similarities with level 2, such as the fact that the walls are typically lined with pipes. The pipes are far less abundant than those of level 2, but can still be found lining the corners of most hallways. The echo of the vicious black sludge that flows through these pipes is one of the main sources of noise within the level. The sludge in question is highly toxic and emits deadly fumes that cause damage to the body's nervous system if inhaled, as well as second and third degree burns upon direct contact with skin. All studies attempting to analyze the chemical composition of the sludge have yielded inconclusive results. This in itself poses an obstacle to research on the substance properties and potential functions. Out-of-place electrical rooms can also be found randomly throughout the hallways of level 3. These electrical rooms can vary greatly in every single aspect, but the majority of them are extremely dark and contain a single generator. Electrical or electronic appliances such as breaker boxes, computers, loose wires, security camera monitors, and fluorescent lights have also been reported. The abundant machinery within the level causes temperatures within level 3 to be uncomfortably warm, but generally bearable, with the average temperature ranging widely from 66 to 93 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 to 33 degrees Celsius. Long distance travel across level 3 is made difficult by regions in which the temperature may rise dramatically to become entirely inhospitable, with the highest temperature ever recorded being 135 degrees Fahrenheit or 57 Celsius. Reports also exist of regions with damp, thick air, which makes the air in these areas difficult to breathe. The machinery of level 3 is quite possibly the most dangerous aspect of this ambient environment. The machines found throughout the level operate autonomously without the need for external intervention. Wanderers may benefit from useful machinery or tap into a apparently infinite extra-normal supply of electricity powering them. However, the autonomy of these machines also makes them dangerous. Machines often break down and require regular maintenance, which is dangerous since the power supply cannot be turned off by any means. Furthermore, the machines have been also known to spontaneously combust or explode on several occasions, causing grievous injury to wanderers unfortunate enough to be in the vicinity. Despite this, the danger of machinery can be easily avoided if one does not act rashly while traversing this level and instead scouts out a safe route. Level 4 resembles an empty office building, though it is almost completely devoid of furniture. Some rooms on this level have windows, though most of them have been completely blacked out. Any windows that have not been blacked out are considered traps and should be avoided at all costs. Level 4 is mostly devoid of entities. Hounds and dullers are the only ones to have been observed. One person claimed they saw a smiler, but no evidence exists. Because of this lack of beings, there are lots of people on level 4, scattered around this level. Water coolers, vending machines and fountains containing almond water can be found. Level 4 is very easy to escape from, and also to return to. Level 4 is the best place to meet other people and find supplies. Before attempting to move on to the next levels, it is recommended that you stock up on almond water. It will be needed, especially in level 5 and 6. Level 5 is an infinite hotel complex with many rooms and halls. The level itself seems to have been constructed in the 1930s with furniture dating back to 1920. There are 3 main areas in level 5 that are fully accessible: the main hall, the Beverly room and the boiler room. The surroundings of level 5 are littered with decorations and furniture from the early 20th century, the main hall being the most object-populated area of level 5. The level is mostly clean with little dust and dirt lingering on surfaces. It seems to clean itself as unclean spots seem to disappear only a few minutes after. The oddly pristine floors and well-cared areas make level 5 utterly unsettling and compared to the other levels close by. Smooth jazz plays quietly throughout the halls via vintage turntables and vintage speakers hooked up to a sound system throughout the level. The choice and switching of music seem to be random and out of place. It is unknown how this feat is completed. Level 5 is fairly mysterious and infamous for its strange noises that can be heard, such as a distant party chatter that can be heard on the other side of walls. People have reported that there is an unseen presence watching them around every corner. Reports had mentioned whispering noises incoherently behind them, something tapping their shoulder while they are alone, and the supposed watching eyes from the aged paintings scattered about. Very little is known about the actual structure of level 6, as the level is shrouded in total and complete darkness. No light permeates the level, and light sources brought to the level have no function. Navigation of level 6 is carried out by feeling one's way through the darkness, which has revealed that the level is comprised of a seemingly endless series of tight hallways made of a smooth, cold material, likely concrete. In addition to being permanently dark, level 6 is also eerie silent, akin to a soundproof room. To explore level 6 is to subject oneself to a slow journey through complete darkness, total silence and utter isolation. As such, most people who have spent more than a few minutes in level 6 have reported feelings of paranoia, dread, anxiety and rising tension due to the unknowable nature of what may lie in the darkness around them. Several witnesses have also reported occasional auditory hallucinations, such as scuttling sounds, breathing or whispering. Those who have spent extended time in level 6 recall feelings as such, though they were the only ones unable to see. Level 6 is largely regarded as one of the most dangerous early levels in the Backrooms. However, investigations have shown that as of now, no entities have been found in this level. Despite this, few people seem to leave level 6. The reason for this is unknown until now. Level 7 is an impossibly large ocean that seems to stretch infinitely in all directions. Despite the absence of fixed light sources within the level, a dim natural light is present across the level. Detailed exploration of this ocean is sparse due to the extreme danger and the amount of preparation it requires to navigate. What we know of level 7 is as follows. Level 7 is largely unexplored, but it is understood to be composed of 2 rooms: the entrance room and the room containing the ocean itself. With the high concrete ceiling suspended above the water, the entrance room appears to be most readily available point of entry to level 7, being directly at the bottom of the stairs from level 6. The entrance room is the most habitable point in this level, and should be used as home base for those who dare to explore the ocean below. This room is fully furnished, with a bookcase against the left wall containing several books of unknown origin, a small coffee table, a single chair, and a fluorescent ceiling lamp. The carpeted floor is covered with a shallow pool of water no deeper than a puddle. Across the room from the staircase to level 6 is the doorway to the ocean. Any explorers willing to traverse level 7 should be aware that the center of gravity within the entrance room is different from the rest of the level. The entrance room appears to be built sideways into the ceiling of level 7, with the door opening up directly above the water from a top-down perspective. Anything directly in front of the open doorway will have its gravity forcibly adjusted to the ones of the ocean, leading several unfortunate wanderers to plummet through the doorway into the waters below. The vast majority of level 7 is composed of the ocean outside of the entrance. The door to the entrance room is located on a fixed spot on the concrete ceiling, roughly 4.5 meters above the surface of the water. Though the water surrounding the entrance is barren, wanderers traveling far enough across the surface have discovered islands made of an unknown rock, which are mostly uninhabited. The ocean of level 7 is mostly uncharted, but exploration suggests that the entire level is almost completely devoid of life. Level 8 is made of huge caverns and small cave systems that twists and turn like normal underground systems. Level 8 is very damp, with almond water flowing from the walls and ceiling. Stalactites and stalagmites appear to be very common in level 8. Sounds echo throughout the level, so it is relatively easy to listen for potential danger, or possibly even attracted if not careful. Level 8 is normally devoid of natural light, but light sources from an unknown origin shine on the damp walls, making the level slightly glow in select areas. Vegetation, albeit extremely rare, does exist on level 8, in the form of dried vines and small shrubs. Large pools of almond water can be found around the level, which is not safe for consumption due to the large amount of minerals. Some pools that are found are made of the viscous tar-like substance, the same substance found in level 2 and 7. Entering the goop will result in groups of humanoid hands covered in tar reaching out and grabbing the wanderer, dragging them into the pool. Another variant of the pools is one made from distilled water, and entering one will lead the wanderer to level 7. Small veins of ore exist within level 8. This level includes many types of ore minerals, such as iron, copper, gold, and more. The major explorer group have created public travel routes in the safe area of level 8 for a safe travel for wanderers. Level 9 is an infinite suburban area at midnight. This level has darkness similar to that of level 6, although not as dangerous. The houses vary in design and size, and each are completely different, although there are reports of spotting 2 houses near each other that are the same. The houses of level 9 appear to be furnished and fairly new, although there is no power source for the lighting system to function. Some houses have a chance of being empty. Many useful objects, such as pockets, can be found inside of these houses and areas similar to them. The furniture of these houses is what a person would expect from a normal house, such as sofas, televisions, beds, refrigerators, etc. Items that require a power source are not functional. Some of these houses have fully furnished yards at the back of the house. Another anomalous property of this level is that you can find 2 houses weirdly clipped inside of each other, or when traveling too far, which is physically impossible. The streets of level 9 are the most dangerous area of the level. The wet asphalt roads are unpainted and are covered with leaves in some areas. The puddles in some spots of the roads indicate that the level had once rained before. The stone sidewalks are normal and don't seem to have any anomalous oddities. Any walkways that lead to grass fields will lead to level 9.1. Wandering off the walkway into the fields will for some reason lead to level 10. The street lamps are usually powered off and are inactive, although some flicker off and on and are sometimes even powered. It is unknown where the power originates. Be aware of the foggy mist that can appear, due to the fog being the spawning mechanism for the mangled. Level 10 is an expansive pasture of wheat and barley fields stretching endlessly in all directions, divided into plots by lines of trees and shrubbery. The climate of the level never appears to shift from an overcast, leaden sky, with brief and infrequent spells of light rain and fog. The dreary atmosphere of level 10, coupled with its unchanging state of daylight, makes it somewhat difficult to keep track of time, with only the occasional gust of wind among the crops to break up the uniformity. Bodies of water are present throughout level 10, below one consistent elevation, which likely occurs due to the level's soil possessing slight hydrophobic properties, preventing the irrigation of water into the ground. The water from these pits have been deemed safe for human consumption, although its taste has been reported to have an earthy undertone. Upon inspection, it appears to be free of algae and other organisms, only containing various microbes and types of benign fungi. The water is believed to be highly oxygenated, which likely contributes to its clear, seemingly uncontaminated appearance. Areas surrounding these lakes often have a less cultivated appearance, including patches of dirt and grass. A diverse range of structures may be found intermittently in level 10, such as small wooden sheds and outbuildings, as well as larger barns and stables. These structures appear to be largely empty on the inside, aside from often housing certain useful resources, namely wood and nails. These resources, along with the structural elements of the building themselves, may be of interest for various purposes, such as construction. While the potential for establishing permanent settlements in level 10 appears promising, further analysis is needed before a final decision can be reached. So, these are the first 11 levels of the famous Backrooms. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe for free if you haven't already, to not miss future contents. See you in the next video, when I'll explain the next levels you will need to face to hopefully escape this liminal hell.